What's up, blockchain? This is Nick from TruthBlitz. Hope you guys are having a good one. So we're going to start by taking a quick look at the market and talk about a couple things briefly. So right now, $392 billion overall market cap. Bitcoin dominance 41.7%. So it is going up from where it was. And as you can see, the market is mostly green, whereas just about an hour and a half ago, we had a good mix of green and red. So currently we have Bitcoin at 9,691. So I've been having this feeling, and there's really nothing more than a gut feeling. It wasn't going off of any technicals, just the overall sentiment and tone in the space. The couple of tries to keep Bitcoin up and then getting knocked back down, which, you know, I said yesterday that it was probably going to go back down to around 84, which it did, and that was confirmed by a few people, including Crypto Blood. We spoke about that, but I just been having this feeling that, you know, we're going to turn around and start to see a bullish market again, and it's really nothing more than a hunch, like I said, but there are a few things that are really kind of confirming that hunch for me. And again, anything can happen, but one of them is, this is Crypto Blood's chart, and I just took a look at it, and we are currently above the resistance area that the resistance line that he has here. So if we can stay above this, we're probably going to go up pretty rapidly. I would think. As you can see, we tried to get up to that area twice and bounce back off, and now again we have broken through it. So right now we're just below 9,600. We were just above 9,600. So literally we are up over $1,000 from last night. So as you guys know, everything is tied to Bitcoin. So if we continue this and keep rising, everything should go up with it. There's also this article that I saw today on Zero Hedge, which is Bitcoin Misery Index flashes buy signal. So this is just another thing to kind of reaffirm my suspicions. Let's take a look at the article quickly. The Bitcoin Misery Index says now's the time to buy, from CNBC. The index is called the Bitcoin Misery Index, BMI, and was designed as a trading tool for investors to take advantage of volatility in the BTC exchanges. BMI is calculated on a scale from 0 to 100, taking into account factors such as volatility and the number of winning trades out of the total. When the indicator is low, the buying opportunity is at its best, and vice versa. When the Bitcoin Misery Index is at misery, below 27, Bitcoin sees the best 12-month performance. A signal is generated about every year, Lee explained to CNBC in a Friday report. When the BMI is at a misery level, future returns are very good. At the moment, the Bitcoin index is at 18.8, which is an absolute minimum since September 16th, 2011, the report said. So, you know, if we're going off this alone, that would tell me that good possibility of a bullish reversal in the market. You know, of course, as I said, anything can happen. We could see bad news. You know, there's a million things that could happen. So, but just a couple of things that have really kind of solidified my suspicions about what is going to be happening in the market. A lot of the weak hands were flushed out. Now what we may see though is if we do see a bullish reversal and things really start to go up in price again, we may see a lot of those people who might have sold out of Bitcoin because they bought at the high. Some of them may get back in, hopefully having learned their lesson, that you don't buy at the high and then take a loss, because this is what this market does. If you have paid attention to historical charts, and by historical I mean the last 9 years or so, but there have been massive corrections in the market. Now obviously now there are tons more of cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. There are tons more in existence than there was a few years back. So and that brings me to something else too, is I hope people are, and I've talked about this before, I hope people are really kind of, the word I'm trying to look for here, just analyzing their portfolios and seeing which ones you should be in, because it's been talked about by many people smarter than myself that the vast majority of these 1,556 cryptocurrencies will cease to exist. The strong will survive, and so on and so forth. So, I have been going through my portfolio, thinking about consolidating, getting rid of a couple things. We really have to look at use cases. We have to look at who is behind some of these projects. There's a bunch of variables you can look at. How flooded is the market? How that's a big one too. Who has first mover advantage? Who has a at least a product in beta? There's tons of different variables you can look at, and I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't tell you which ones will be around and which ones won't. But many of these will cease to exist, and that is just the sad fact of the matter. So get your portfolio in order, and just all you can really do is use your head. Try to decide to the best of your ability what you think will be successful. And I don't know when it's going to happen. Again, I don't know which ones, so I couldn't tell you. But I know for me, what I am doing is I'm really taking a good hard look at my portfolio and saying, when this bubble pops, and I don't mean the crypto bubble's going to pop and everything's going to go to zero and crypto is going to go bye-bye. That's not what I mean. But we are going to see a bubble pop. And I guess we a good example we could use is the .com bubble. That did pop. Now, did every .com, every company cease to exist after that? No, we got left with the solid companies that are some still here today, most of them, and then some, whatever happened over the years, either shut down or sold off to another company, so on and so forth. So this is the kind of thing that I mean when I say the bubble's going to pop. And again, I don't know when that's going to happen, but with the whole thing that's going on with the SEC and they're cracking down, the regulatory crackdowns we're seeing everywhere, it is a good indicator that might be coming soon. So again, that is just my advice, I would say, I guess. You know what, I don't want to use that word advice, because I don't want to be held liable for anybody's bad decision. But that is what I am doing. Okay, so you guys can do what you want. you're adults, and you know, just do your research, do your due diligence before you make any rash decisions. So quickly, I want to talk about Forkdelta. Now, we are seeing a lot of the same issues that we were seeing with Etherdelta. Very slow transactions. I looked at the ETH gas price. The standard gas price was 2 gig away. I had my gas price on Forkdelta set to 26. And still, before my transaction was even included in a block, it sat there for 10 minutes. Okay, so now one thing I will say is the order book is very fast now. So when you place a buy or sell order, it shows up instantaneously, just about. But when you actually go to purchase or fill somebody's sell order, you have to have your gas cranked way, way, way up. Otherwise, somebody will most likely get to that order before you, and you will just be wasting gas for an order that will not get filled. So, why is this happening? Well, pretty much, in my opinion, this is because although Forkdelta is better, there's a lot of things that are way better about it. They're actually making headway and actually doing the things that they said they were going to do. But that being said, they are still using the Etherdelta smart contract. And if you take a look here, you can see smart contract current, and it was deployed on February 9th, 2017. So let's take a quick look at their roadmap. And as you can see, simplified token submission process, that was done January 24th. Launch new order processing backend, that was done February 15th. So, you know, we're seeing those very fast orders when you place a buy or sell order. Now, they should be launching their new public API soon. Okay. Now, for those who don't know, you probably do already, but Forkdelta was listed on CoinMarketCap and Etherdelta was delisted. So, you know, that is very good. So Forkdelta has really, in my eyes and many other people's, replaced Etherdelta. But what we need to see now is a new smart contract, because using Forkdelta right now is very reminiscent of using Etherdelta. Even, you know, a few months ago, going back a while, there had been issues on Etherdelta for a long time. A lot of that was due to the Ethereum network just, you know, at one point got super slow when CryptoKitties came out, so on and so forth. When we saw the mass influx of people into the crypto space toward the end of last year. And then a part of it is because of this smart contract. So, in my opinion, that is what is causing this. We really need to see a new smart contract, and on their roadmap it's saying, you know, Q2 of 2018, and they're possibly going to use 0x, so we'll see. But unfortunately right now it is, you know, it's got that feeling when you use it of Etherdelta 4 months ago or so. So, you know, right now though, it is a very good exchange, in my opinion. And there's a couple factors I'm using to decide this, but probably the best decentralized exchange out there, and one of the big factors is the volume. I mean, there are a good amount of people using it. I have talked about IDEX before, but there's just not enough people using it yet. But hopefully these issues will get addressed. Like I said, the people who are operating Forkdelta, I guess you could say, doing the work on it, they seem to be on the ball. They're actually making shit happen. So unlike the piece of crap Etherdelta, let's just take a quick look at something. And I just want to check and see what, look at this. What in God's name? I don't even know why this is happening like this. I've never seen this. But the point of me coming out here, let's see, Etherdelta platform is back online. Trading has resumed. I don't think they ever fixed their API. And that was the point of me going to here to show you. The last tweet before that was February 15th. We're continuing to work on a resolution for the ongoing API issues. So, have they fixed it? I don't know. Why does it look like this on my computer? I don't know. Here we go. I'm pretty sure that it's a done deal for Etherdelta. The new owners took over and they just let it go to shit. So as you can see, still takes forever to load any information. And you know, Forkdelta, I'm just going to reload this so you guys can see. This does not happen with Forkdelta. Just watch. Boom. Done. Let's take a quick look at Etherdelta again. Still loading. Alright, so yes, Forkdelta is way better. However, transactions are still very slow unless you have your gas at an obscene amount. And if you're doing a lot of buying and selling, you're going to really burn through Ethereum when it comes to gas fees. So hopefully we can see them implement a new smart contract, or if it's not the smart contract that's doing that, which I am assuming it is, we can see them, you know, fix whatever. And I know a lot of this rides on, you know, Ethereum, but like I said, right now, at the current moment, Ethereum standard gas price is 2 gigaway, so that's very low. You know, so just wanted to come out and talk about that. You know, if anybody's wondering why, you know, these problems are happening with Forkdelta, that is the reason. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. Follow me on Twitter at TruthBlitzMedia. You can check out the website, truthblitz.com. Also, subscribe to the Block Party podcast channel. And this channel, like, subscribe, whatever you want, and I'll see you guys later.